afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever in the world you are joining us from. Welcome to the continuation of session 3 of the first IHF Live Online Symposium. My name is Courtney Gay and I'm a member of the IHF Media Group and I am the moderator for this afternoon's session. Before we get started, I will outline the translation options we have available. We have French, Spanish, Arabic, and Russian available today. You can use these only if you are joining us on Zoom. They are available at the bottom of your screen by clicking the globe icon and choosing the label for your language. Please note that for Arabic, you need to choose the label Chinese. This first IHF Live Online Symposium forms part of the Virtual Academy recently launched by the IHF to facilitate global online learning and licensing. A total of 20 lectures are presented as part of this symposium. This afternoon's lecture is from top IHF referees. From France, we have Julie and Charlotte Bonaventura, and from Spain, we have Ignacio, Garcia, Serradilla, and Andreu Martin. Please feel free to ask questions throughout the lecture. We will stop a few times for questions, and we'll have maybe some time for questions at the end. And please also note this is being recorded, so you will be able to access it later on the IHF Education Center. And so we're ready for you to begin, our dear referees.
Okay, so we will start the presentation and our cousins from Catalonia, they will handle the presentation for technical reasons. So, Andreu, not sure if you're ready.
Okay. Yeah, one moment.
So, okay, now we are ready to start. Our topic today will be high rhythm and speed in modern handball, no interruptions, flow. And we choose this nice subtitle, DNA of Modern Handball. You will understand why later. Before starting, we just wanted to have thoughts for the ones who had lost someone during this terrible pandemic that we are still going through, and especially to one of our teammates, Thiago, who was a beloved referee, dedicated all his life to handball. You will be dearly missed, and we have big thoughts for your family now. Beijos. Okay, let's go. So now we start in the deep of the subject. So the questions you might ask yourself now is flow. What is flow? This is quite an unusual topic for referees. We are all used since many years through seminars to speak about classical topics as Rule 8, offensive fouls, 7 meters, and so on. But this flow topic is very important for all of us, not only referees, but also coaches and players, because this is related with all aspects of the game and all actors are involved in this. But we have to be careful with our words today because this also depends on the level. This is maybe not applicable for all of us around the world. It depends on a lot of parameters, such as how the teams play, what the players are able to do or not. And of course, from the referee side, it's about how you manage the game, your personality, your understanding of the game, and also your mindset before starting a match, and your experience will be also important. So this is not something that you can get from the start, but this is something, a process that you have to work on game by game. So yeah, you will see that there will be a lot of topics that we will talk about during the presentation. Don't be afraid with the numbers of topics. We will not go too deep in details. So, first of all, what and how the handball the people like. So there is some easy criteria that we know why we love handball, because it's fast, it's spectacular with high rhythm. It's fully intense. It gives us a lot of emotion, and I think it's really entertaining wherever you watch it on TV or directly in the stands in the arenas. And handball has really become a real show, and it's a great product now. So we will try to analyze why and how we can take part in this show and what is our role. And for the ones who forgot how handball looks like, because with this period, we might lost our contact to handball, and we somehow forgot what is handball and how nice it is. So we'll just see a nice clip from last Men World Championship. So this clip is just a nice example on how much emotions you can get around a handball game. On court as a player, on the bench as a coach, inside a match as a referee, and around as a spectator, or even in front of your TV as TV viewer. You know, it's all of us around the world. When we watch handball, we love it. It brings deep emotions, and we will always remember these top matches that we have been attending. So no matter on which continent you are, on which competition, now every major event in handball is fully booked, and a lot of TV viewers are attracted with our sport. And as we all know, in Rio, it was a great success. I mean, being second game in terms of spectators after football, it was just amazing. And, you know, every event, like, for example, you have the Final Four in Cologne. If Ignacio and Andreu can give us the next slide. It's always fully booked 1 year prior to the event, right? When the tickets are sold out. So we have to be aware that we live in our sport, let's say in our sphere or world, but handball is in a larger world, economic, politics, whatever. And you have to be conscious that every one of us has a role to take in this world. So we will go then in the presentation and give you some tips and go more in details about this flow and high rhythm. So we chose these two pictures just to explain you really easy that this presentation was not built only with the referee's opinion. This is maybe more about coach's opinion and the teamwork we have been building with them. Their opinion is really important for us to become better referees. And we have to keep in our minds that the referees are facilitators of the game. We are not here to be arrogant or to have too high authority. Players are playing and we just let them play. This would be the perfect role as a referee. Okay, we have to apply the rules and so on, but we have a teamwork and efforts to make together with the coaches to develop handball. Our goal is only to show a better and better picture. And from the referee side, we also have to work as a team, sharing experience from top coaches, top couples, to newcomers, because they will learn also not only through the books, but they will learn by sharing experiences with the top couples. So this is our goal today. So here you have two examples from last Women World Championship about speed game. So the quality of clips might not be perfect, but we tried our best with the clips. So you can see that no matter if it's women handball or men handball, this is just handball with high rhythm, high speed, full intensity, and full commitment from the players. Yeah. If you didn't notice it, then I'm sorry, you need to go and buy glasses. But okay, the quality was maybe in slow motion for you, but you know, this is this is for sure what modern handball is about: high speed, high rhythm, full intensity. And you know, maybe some of you are too young to know what handball looks like 20 years ago. So we will just have a look to handball, what it looks like in the 90s, and you have to compare it with what it is right now. So on the left side, it's a game from 1996, which is not too old, but maybe some of you were not born at this time. So you can see there is a goal, and you have like walking players going for throw off. Everybody's walking, and at the same time, on the other side of the screen, you had maybe 3 goals already. So you can see that in 25 years, if you compare both, we have 2 complete different sports. For the people who know handball now, if they take a look on this old match, they will think it's a different game. And now we have to understand why we had such an evolution from the 90s to now. Okay, next. Let's go to the next slide. So we have to be conscious that our society has evolved over the last decades with high influence of the medias and economy in sport in general. And handball had to adapt, of course, to become an attractive sport. So we will see briefly why. We can find a lot of studies about the influence of medias in sport. And the role of media to make a sport more attractive, more popular is essential. But what do medias want? they want marketable sport. They want to make money with sport. And how to make sport more marketable? By speeding up the actions, increasing the scoring chances, of course, ensuring fairness and equity, and maximizing the dramatic moments. This is what people like to watch. And if we take a look to recent history of handball, we had a lot of rule changes who have been introduced for the same purposes. And in our opinion, one of the most important change was the fast throw-off in, I would say, two waves, 1997 and 201. And you saw 1996 pictures, and now what is the difference is now we have a faster game, which is much more attractive when you watch it, and it's, I think, more enjoyable for the players, coaches, and even for referees. So, as we all know, handball is, of course, represented in all countries, on continents. And we know that people all around the world are attending, for example, this IHF Virtual Academy. And we must do our best to protect our sport, to make it better, to maintain a positive image. And there are internal and external factors. So first of all, the internal factors. Attractive means that a lot of young players are around our sport, and more families are interested in our sport. They discover, for some of them, handball, and then they fall in love with it because it's crazy and amazing. And it means also bigger presence around the world. We have to develop in more countries to play handball. And it also means a positive marketing. We have to give a positive image of our sport to attract also more sponsors, because this is also how handball will develop. And okay, as we said, we have external factors. So we have more sport competitors around the world, because if you look, for example, at the Olympic program, there are a lot of new sports that are coming. And if we don't think about how to develop our sport, then maybe it's a question of live or die. I mean, okay. And also we have to be conscious, as we already said, that medias are a really big part of our sport right now. There are more and more bigger TV rights, let's say more money involved, and this gives federations and IHF a lot of let's say issues about how to develop handball everywhere around the world. So now it's clear, we all want to have like a better image, better handball, but who is involved in this? Are the referees the only one responsible for this? Is IHF the only responsible? Oh, no, actually, if you take a look to all continental federations in Europe, Africa, Asia, American continent, and even Oceania, we are all responsible. Coaches, referees, and players, of course. It's not only PRC will decide the rules, it's a common work, and we are all involved on court. If coaches decide that the teams will not play with continuity, then they are responsible, and there is nothing we can do to improve this. So it's really all together in the same direction. And now we will go a little bit more about the referee side, and coaches. We will listen to coaches' opinions also, and you will understand that they are leading this process.
I think that the modern handball in this moment tends to be faster. Our sport, handball, is more attractive when the game is faster and there are fewer interruptions. This is only my opinion, okay? But many times when we talk about the show, we forget something very, very important, is the referees. For me, the referees are a big part of the game. wanting to abstract the referees from the game is a big mistake. But the referees must respect this speed, this velocity, and in addition, they must make the game flow. This is very, very important for us because, in my opinion, we need to think about not only the handball, we need to think about the spectators, about our show. For everybody, I think that it's better to watch a game fast than a game with a lot of interruptions.
So the message is clear from top coach. Flow is needed. The game is faster, yeah. Compared to 1990, it's faster, yeah. But the responsibility, the big one, is on the shoulders of the referees. And this is just to make everybody happy. We are responsible of the happiness of the world. That's fantastic. Yeah. Spectators will be happy every time with thanks to us. That's amazing to hear this. Thank you. Okay, next one.
Hi everyone. In our playing way, we try to generate advantages with high-speed actions based on game continuity, considering the space and time conditions. I think a large part of modern handball teams are looking for the same thing nowadays. In the same line, for us, game interruptions do not favor the state of flow that our sport can generate. In this plan, the referees are very important if they manage to find a balance between the advantages of not interrupting the game and at the same time ensuring fairness. We must all be responsible for seeking the maximum beauty and rhythm of handball, and interruptions without good reason are really unnecessary. The public that attends to see a handball game is also what they are looking for. Take care and stay safe. Thank you.
So it's really nice to see that referees and coaches have, let's say, a common line. I mean, we love to give advantages and interrupt the game as less as possible, and to keep this balance between play on and fairness, which is really a really big topic that Ignacio and Andreu will go through also later on. So the more we will allow this flow, and the more our sports will be attractive, and we have to be conscious. Next. So let's watch and we talk afterwards. So here you can find a couple of examples how to give advantage and not interrupt the game for, let's say, small fouls when the players are able to shoot with full body control. So this is the idea right now, to allow the players to play as much as possible, as long as fairness is ensured. And in this video, it's the same, but look at the time of the match. It's in the last second, so you need to be completely focused for 60 minutes, and sometimes even more than 60 minutes. This is a key moment. This was a key moment. And if referees decide something else, then they turn the result of the game. Yeah, so concentration has to be as high as the intensity of the match, and during 60 minutes. So this is the other side of the coin. When we want to allow play on, but this is not a situation for play on. When you have such a long holding, you have to punish. There is no advantage for the team who is now in attack. They lost the chance for a fast break, and we have to take our responsibility, not close the eyes and say, play on, play on, play on. Sometimes it's not possible to give play on because we have to punish the players. We have always to follow the rules.
So another one, good example on not, let's say, whistling too fast to give a chance for the pivot to give the ball to the back player. So it gives him a chance to score. But in this case, we have to admit that the 2-minute suspensions are not really needed. So keep on playing and go for the fast throw off, and okay, let's flow and flow and flow, and gives a lot of attraction for our sport. One last example, I think.
This one is really a special one, and this is not the typical situation. They'll hear a big foul
and a second foul.
Referees decide advantage because they see that there is a possibility on the wing to shoot, and there is a second foul for 2 minutes. So first of all, we have to be very careful with advantage when there is a big foul. When we think it's needed, 2 minutes or more, we have to be very careful. We can allow advantage only if there is a clear scoring chance. In this special case, there is a clear message from PRC. We can go for 2 minutes for the first foul and 2 minutes for the foul on the wing. Why? Because of advantage, we should forget what happened on the first foul. There is no chance for the first attacker. He's pushed in the air, fall on his back. It deserves a 2 minutes, no matter if you give advantage. So the second foul also. So this is not easy situation, but once again, we have to take our responsibilities and decide what is under the rules. So here, 2 times 2 minutes. Go on. In this case, the referee was really lucky. We have to be also very careful when it's a 7-meter situation.
So sometimes the referees, they need a lot of luck.
Referee was lucky not to, interrupt the ball, because what can you decide afterward? If you stop the ball, you are in deep trouble. And when it's a 7-meter situation, it's not so easy to give advantage. We have to be really careful with this.
Okay, one more example.
And here is more or less the same with the clip that we saw. It's the end of the game. As you see, it's equal result. You have a foul, but referees decide play on. And referees just decide to let the players decide about the result of the game. And this is what all coaches want from referees. Let the players play and let the players decide. Of course, always under the rules and always when it's fair. So now I think we leave the floor to Nacho and Andreu. Catalunya, are you here? Thank you guys for the IT support.
Thank you, Julie, Charlotte. Hi everybody. Thanks, Julie, Charlotte, for the introduction of the topic about the flow. We are speaking not about in high speed. We are speaking about intention. We are speaking about, like Julie Charlotte told us, facilitators make a collaboration with the coaches just to understand what they need, what they want for us to the game development. But it's quite easy to explain with good and bad decisions that the clips that we have shown, but how to put all these concepts on the field as a referee point of view. And we try, based in our experience, based in our opinion, create this image, these 3 points that we think that we as a referees, we must take in consideration.
Well, based on in a publications of game management analysis, we thought that these 3 concepts are very important for our task in the game management, because just in the image, you can see that the referees are talking, are sharing comments, they are analyzing situations, they have a lot of feelings in the game, and they have to manage in a right way, and just to make our task useful, to have a good performance, to have to are helpers and facilitators, like Nacho told you, and according with the game, These 3 concepts are not easy to define, but there are three abilities of the referees. We call it risk-taking, flow, and game control. Okay. When we are talking about flow, we are talking about our tools as a referee to avoid the interruptions in the game and to promote the ball in play as much as possible. Less interruptions in the game means more flow for us, okay? But this word flow is like isolated. It's not really talking about the speed. It's not talking about the run. It's not talking about it. You will see later, okay? This is our ability to decide as less interruptions as possible, okay? When we are talking about risk-taking, we want to transmit, it's the ability to transmit the idea of choosing the better options in the game to act, okay? To act and differentiating the small challenge and the big ones, okay? Just to different these small situations or not important situations that the other ones, okay? That don't affect the game control and the flow, okay? This is like a mix between the other two concepts. And the game control for us is the ability to be a part of the game, to lead the game, to put our personality, to put the tone of the game that of what is acceptable and what is not acceptable in the game. The keys for the game control are the self-confidence, are the personality, are the concentration, our own and suitable body language, just to sell to everybody, to the participants, to the spectators, to everybody that we are there and we are putting this tone, this kind of our style in the game, but with the suitable style. These 3 abilities are more or less the environment of the core of the really important situations, maybe more related with the rules. And there are this misconduct, this protection, and this show. These 3 ingredients are the ingredients that are just inside of the game for us. Okay. For example, the protection of the players. We need a good balance between the game control, the flow, okay? But the most important in the game, like Julian, Charlotte says, and Nacho, after all, it's the protection of the health of the players. This is the most important. Mixing the flow, the risk-taking, our game control, we have to protect the health of the players always. This is unnegotiable. less interruptions as possible. Yes, okay, but sorry, there are the rule 8 in our mind always is just to protect the health of the players and the spirit of the rules. Okay, of course, the same possibilities to the attackers and defenders. Yes, this is not, and this is not differentiating. Okay, then promoting of the show. Okay, using the application and the interpretation of the rules. Okay, that what the game is demanding for us. At the advantage rule for sure, always up to the maximum, reading the game, the correct application of the injured player rule, okay, always with a good protocol, trying to avoid the interruption immediately, okay, and the passive rule play that in this symposium we had two very good lessons and didactic lessons about it. And then misconducts, okay, just the clever applications of the rule 8. The misconduct is all these things that happens in the game that there are not according with the rules, that are not according with the spirit, and we have to sell it with a good body language, with our leadership qualities. Okay, just to be all of that is just to be ensured that the people are not disconnecting the attention of the spectators are not disconnecting the attention. They don't want to blink. They don't want to switch off TV. We have their attention to sell our product better.
This is quite easy. It's quite easy to tell because it's only theoric, but we will see every topic now and a mixing between the opinion of the coaches and the opinion of the referee side, and try to make everything all together and to have not a clever or not a clear advices, but hey, put in your mind all these topics and hey, try to be better referees to this to applying these topics. This is very important for us, like Andreu comment. And this is not writing on the rule book. This is not writing on the courses, on the preparatory courses. They are not. But for us, it is very important just to be a part of the game, be a facilitator of the game, feel the game, lead the game, and leadership is a topic. It's a quality of the referee that we don't speak so much for the younger categories, for the younger referees, but I think that it's an ability that we must improve overall in all the referee life.
And it's like a lot of conversations with the coaches. Okay, the new coaches are helped by the old coaches or the experience just to handle a training sessions or to handle these new teams, to how to communicate, how they transmit information. This is, for me, is the same like in our case, from the schools of refereeing, from the very beginning, just to forget the papers, referees, forget the annotation, forget the writing after each goal, because after a goal there are a situation with a fast throw off for sure, and then in this time, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 1 second, I don't know what, but we need to transmit information, and this is how our style, the style of Julie, Charlotte, how the GRTP courses are formatted, and this is very important for us. Just from the beginning, we need from the beginning the help of the teachers to lead the game. How we can improve it?
Here we start now with the opinion of some coaches related with every topic that we have shown before. Here we must thanks to the coaches for their collaboration with us. It was for us, this is like a life. This is very, very important just to be very close working with them. Here the opinion of Frederic, coach of Senegal national team, women national team.
Je vais essayer dans une vidéo très courte d'ouvrir quelques pistes de réflexion, de vous partager quelques-unes de mes interrogations. Dans un handball de plus en plus moderne, de plus en plus dynamique, de plus en plus rapide et avec des défenses de mieux en mieux organisées et de plus en plus stables, comment nous les coachs cherchons à faire avancer en permanence la balle dans la verticalité, dans la latéralité, afin d'assurer une certaine continuité du jeu, malgré des contacts qui sont de plus en plus rudes. Une des grandes difficultés pour les arbitres est donc d'identifier dans chaque action et d'exploiter, dans la prise d'information, d'exploiter les indices de chaque situation pour décider si le jeu rapide et si les premiers impacts offensifs vont générer des déséquilibres exploitables pour l'attaque. La deuxième problématique pour moi, c'est que suite à cette phase rapide ou violente avec des contacts importants, il est possible d'avoir une deuxième partie d'attaque qui est parfois plus statique. L'arbitre, dans son expérience, dans sa philosophie, dans sa volonté d'assurer la continuité du jeu, va donc jouer un rôle très très important dans l'analyse de ce déséquilibre, afin de déterminer si vous êtes en situation favorable pour trouver une solution ou si vous êtes en situation de refus de jeu. Je crois donc qu'aujourd'hui, la façon d'aborder les événements et la façon d'aborder un match pour les arbitres est très très importante, parce que cette décision est au cœur de la possibilité ou non de continuer à développer du jeu, à continuer à chercher des solutions en attaque placée. Il faut avoir enfin en tête que même si nous défendons la parité depuis des années, hommes et femmes ne sont pas égaux dans cette capacité à retrouver de l'équilibre et des crédits d'action après des impacts qui sont très très importants. Voilà. Donc je crois que le rôle de l'arbitre est devenu au fil des ans, avec l'évolution du handball, très 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 importante, puisqu'il est au centre de cette possibilité ou non d'interrompre ou de permettre au jeu de continuer à se développer.
Okay, here Frederick, he speak about how to do our game faster, and the importance of between the advantage, the punishment, rule 8 again, and after that for the passive play. He was speaking all about these useful advantages, how to give useful advantages for a good situation. They demand this speeder and more faster game with good advantage and good application of the rule 8. Here, Gerard La Sierra, also national woman handball.
It is obvious that in current handball there is an increase in the speed of the game and in the rhythm of the game, which implies that there are more changes in ball possession. Handball is becoming faster and attractive. What are the causes? Well, some new rules have helped coaches and players gradually adapt to this situation. The first step was to make good decisions in both defensive and offensive situations. Tactical intelligence, that is, choosing the best options to avoid being punished, has helped defenders focus on recovering the ball or causing the error in attack, and in turn the attackers to elaborate more situations to obtain numerical superiority. In the specific case of female handball, this was its particular feature. Now, however, we are observing a step forward in the conception of the game, thanks to the increase in specificity in all training areas. We are verifying that situations are being resolved with less decision time. Players are able to apply their tactical creativity by using perception action processes to be effective in any situation, and in turn to surprise their opponents, increasing the variety of alternative solutions for the same action, and all this under temporary pressure.
Well, Gerard are talking about this specificity in all the training areas. Yes, the players are better now. They are better prepared, and we have less decision time. Like the players, they are resolving the situations, the tactical situations in the game with less time. Like us, this is very very important for us.
Now we go for the clips in our field as a referee. What to do, what not to do.
Okay, there are very important that the health of the players is the first topic. Like we are always respect, okay? And we have to choose the right balance between what is acceptable and what is not acceptable. In this case, we saw this small pushing, but maybe this is not acceptable for us in the game. This is what we have to think about. It's a good option to stop the fast throw or not. There are here some examples about players who are not fighting really for the ball. They're fighting only against the body of the opponents. They are destroying the chance of a counter-attack fast break when the other team is recovering the ball. And we have to act here. They are destroying the rhythm of the game, but we have to act, be consequent. There are big or small faults, but they are only focused on with intention to stop the play. And there are differences between when they are trying to take off the ball or not.
This is important. This important topic is just I think that from the referee's side, we call sabotage. It means sabotage just to avoid the possibility to make a fast counterattack. And we must, if there are something here, just wait for advantage. But if there is a real fault, that the one that we saw here, and we must take these 2 minutes, this direct 2 minutes, because it's question to clean the game for the rest of clean the game, clean the situations, and allow the players to play fast. It is quite important, because if we don't take this decision afterwards, the action of the defender will be harder and harder. We must cut and put the line of the progressivity again to the real line, to the good line. Now we are speaking about Rule 8, about how to apply. And here we mix with another concept that from the PRC, they are from this new epoca, new times, they are trying to implement. And this is the body language. We have now from the Education Center a very good videos, how to implement, how to put your body language on the field, just to make better referees, better decisions, sell to everybody what you are taking in consideration, why you are taking this decision. And just it's very related, the body language with the leadership of the game. You are the leader. You explain to everybody, players, coaches, spectators, what is allowed and what is not allowed. And this is a topic that, as a referee group, we must improve from the younger categories to the more senior, more adults.
And of course, here it's impossible to don't make an interruption. The game is interrupted. There are an injured player. We are not in a hurry. We have to do our protocol just to talk about if it's red card or if it's not red card. We have to do it quickly, okay, but be responsible, okay, of that situation. We have to be quickly and not too much time, but looking all the people, all the players, there are blood, there are no blood. Is this really an injury? Is not just to sell it in a good way, okay? Just to sell it in a good way. Then the flow here and the rhythm of the game here is destroyed. But we have to make it easier, okay? Just to have a good show, okay? There are sometimes the Rule 8 is destroyed, or we have to apply it because of an attitude, you know, that are against the spirit of the game, because the spirit of the other players. This player is not acting in a fair way against the attacker team. No, then we have to show in a good body language, okay, we have to show that it is not allowed. But it's impossible to let the play on in that situation. It's almost impossible. If not, there are a good advantage. There are not that possibility, then we have to destroy it.
Then for us, most important thing is rule 8, linked with body language. This with your leadership will put the tone of the game.
Your personality.
And then if you clean every situation, pivot situation that Boris, Mati, Angel, and Oscar explained us 2 weeks ago, and we apply in clever rule 8 with body language, then we go to the leadership. And then the players and the coaches believe on us, trust on our performance. This is very, very, very important from our point of view. Don't forget the rule 8 just to try to implement better play-ons or better flow of the game. No. First thing is take the good decisions, and after that, the play-on will come later on. Okay, but clean the game, clean the situation. This is the best advice that we can give you.
For both teams, the defender will trust you, and the attackers will trust on you. This is the most important thing. Then we have more opinions about coaches, top elite coaches.
There's a rule that was implemented. Under my point of view, one of the most successful is the one that when some player is on the floor, and the referee must decide if he will stop the match or the game will continue. And happily for everyone, it is whistling really good, and I think that is helping to have this flow in the game. I think that this rule was thinking because of this flow of the game, to do the handball much more dynamic, much more physical. And I think that this helps a lot for the people that is watching, our spectators that are watching the matches at home, that they not get bored, that they don't want to switch off the TV. It was a match, amazing intensity, goals, dynamic. The teams are running and they're trying to make some spectacle, and the referees also are helping to have this atmosphere. Also, not to say only good things about the flow in the game. It's the rule that allows to play with 7 against 6. I think that this rule goes completely against flow in the game. You don't see too much flow because the match becomes so slowly. I mean, one team can run the contra right there, then they change the goalkeeper, or they start to move the ball, but nobody attacks. It's only pass the ball. It's so boring. And then if they lose the ball, they score, and the coach said, I don't care, we're going to continue like this. Then maybe you are 5 minutes watching only goals with an empty goal. Nothing happens, no contrast, no nothing. I mean, what is the emotion of the flow in the game here? Of course, I'm against this rule. It's clear. So okay, even though you can be Portugal, and Portugal was playing fantastic, but it's unique case among all the others. Also, in one situation that you cannot see the flow in the game is when one team has one player less in 2 minutes. They change the goalkeeper, so they are playing 6 against 6 because nowadays everybody is doing this, and you start to see switch. Left wing, left back. Switch on the right side, the same players, but everybody touches the ball, and then they start to attack. Fall, and again the same. Switch here. When you see this pattern all the match, I think that the referees should cut this because it's not flowing the game. It's just to lose the time. And like a conclusion, right now handball it's going in the direction of the flow in the game. The athletes are eating better. They have better conditional coaches. They make better preparations. They have better shoes, better courts. The referees understand that this is the point, and they let us to run much more. I mean, everything takes you naturally to this point. Several teams are playing right now with this high tempo, always running in the center. That means that we're going to start all the match running. No, it doesn't mean that it's the flow of the game is run. The flow of the game is the atmosphere is dynamic, and people don't get bored. If you blink, you're going to miss what's happened.
It's absolutely. I'm agree with a lot of things that David explained.
There's a rule that was implemented.
In my opinion, everybody should help.
Just because David is always talking about the referees and the coaches and the players, we are in the same boat. Then when we are asking almost all the coaches, but especially with him, because he's always talking about we are in the same team, and he's thinking always in this spectator side with this. Let the play on, but not bored. And they are talking about run, is not flow, it's not speed, it's not intensity. It is not only. No. We need these stops. We need this change of these breaks and the change of speed. This is very important for us, and this is what we want and what they want as a coaches. They are talking about the injured player, the faster walk, the passive play, about this rule that he is against, the rule of 7 against 6, like other coaches, but and other coaches are in favor. But we are talking about our application. We need to apply the rules in a way that these times of slow intensity, not speed, intensity, are better times, and they are part of the show.
To make our sport.
Josep Spar?
In my opinion, everybody should help to make our sport faster. For example, from the coach's side, if we are able to make our defenses go far away of 6 meters to recover the ball, cut the passes, and do quickly fast breaks, it will be better for our sport for sure. Another thing, for example, can be let the defense be aggressive, always inside the rules, but be aggressive to make that the attack has not time to think too much. If the referee allows a little bit this contact and this aggressivity to make shorter the time to think of the attack will have to adapt to this kind of defenses and will be faster game for sure. Another thing can be, for example, when the pivot is in the 6 meters and the defense are killing these pivots. The same fault in 6 meters or the same fault in 12 meters, for sure will be 2 minutes, and in 6 meters is only fault. If we punish more the defenders in 6 meters, will be easier for the pivots and for the players to play near 6 meters and receive the ball. Or in the other side, to cut these passes, to recover these balls, and to do quickly fast breaks. In my opinion, if the referees are doing one application of the rules, thinking in the speed of the game, can be much better for everybody.
Well, Josep is talking about the defense, about the different kind of defense, make the handball with a different intensity, with a different rhythm. And this is very important for us because we thought that, okay, if a defense is in 6 meters, it's easier for the attack, or it's not easier, or the ball should be, faster. No, because if the defense are more aggressive, they are in 12 meters, they are provoking that the attack will be faster. And this is a good idea to think, just because he are talking about that the referees needs, or we have to apply the rules in the idea of the speed, and this is a good idea. But for me, the most important that he is talking about the rule 8. The rule 8. If we apply a very good and very strict from the beginning, the rule 8 in the game, we have a lot of minutes after that decision, a lot of minutes of where the players are aware of you. They are more I don't know the word, but they are confident. Confident. They follow your line. They are more like I don't know, like a team, like they are follow our decisions, trust on us. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is real good. They spoke about this speed, intention again. And intention now is the first time that one coach here speak about the defense. This is very important, how the defense affecting our evaluation of the game and of every situation. And this is important for us when we have a referee, a 6-0 defense. We have time, no? Because the defense is over there in the 6 meter line, and we are a little bit more relaxed. But hey, here we will enter with the passive also. Now we will show videos of injured player. I think that is one of the best changes of the rules, like Davis and Josep mentioned before. This is okay, a very good rule, modification of the rule, but hey, take care because there are many times that as a referee we don't have clear line with this. Now there is a real counterattack here. Real counterattack, pass, to the pivot that he's in the 6-meter line, and now the referee stopped because probably an injured player, but hey, we can stop a little bit later. 2 seconds later after the goal or after the throw of the pivot. And
yes, and here is so clear because the pass is absolutely from to one teammate that is alone, okay? But you can see another situation that the referees need to understand the rules, need to understand the tactical of the teams, because this small stop, this is just to follow or to find the best solution, that is a pass from a teammate that is absolutely alone. We need to understand much more the tactical situations of the game. Okay, come on.
Now we start with passive play. Passive, okay, we received last week two presentations about passive. We have quite clear concept. Now this is related also with the fast throw off. Fast throw off is, from our opinion, Julie, Charlotte, and us, this is one of our also good change of the rules, allowed to make a fast throw off. This is very important now in our handball. We don't know how to say in English. It's the goal, the counter goal, no? The
contra goal or the fast throw off.
The fast throw off is contra goal, because normally there are a lot of link situations here. Now, okay, we are in favor of the play on.
But take care, please. Always under the rules, okay? Let the play on, but please.
Don't mix too much. Okay, we must take the good decisions. This is the most important. We must take the rules, under the rule decision.
And until now, the rule is written that he must to stay just in the middle of the court, but
to step the line. But here he's not stepping. Hey,
we'll see.
Maybe some of us or some of you think, hey, but if we don't give this fast throw off, we are against of the play on, and we are against of the flow. No. But the first thing is just to be under the rules. And after that, the play on or the fast throw off or the flow will come, but not before. Okay, and this is the order.
Yeah, and control the game. Yes, it's a small topic, that we cannot talk too much. Okay, because the other weeks they explain, our colleagues explain very good. About passive. Okay, this is the beginning of the second half. We have one team with one player less. David Davis spoke about it. Just it's not real patterns of attack, but they are waiting and wasting time. Okay, and we have to decide which is the best time to show our forwarding signal, just to make these seconds of the game better for a show and better for both teams, because this is what we are making.
But we want to link this video with this passive criteria that now is a very important topic in the PRC and with the coach commission also. We want to link this with the leadership of the game. Hey, we are starting second half. There is one player less for Hungary here. And now we start the passive. Hey, maybe we must do something different before, just to advise the team. Hey,
we have to understand the game. You know, these repeating actions, they are only looking for a free throws, and we have to help to increase the rhythm. For sure, we have to increase it. We have to do something more. Yeah.
Here, my feeling is that we are just behind of the game. We are not leader. We are not the leaders of the game.
I don't know. Yeah, regarding this is reading of the game, understanding. Okay, come on.
And now we have. We must thanks to all the coaches. Pasky, Davis, Frederic, Gerard, all the one that they wanted to share with us their opinion. But for us, Juan de Dios Roman, we present here Juan de Dios Roman, one of the biggest coaches that we have in Spain, one of the biggest, I don't know how to say, leaders, no?
Teachers, the best
teacher. He was always in the coach side, but he was always very close to the referee side.
Yeah, because he were in the IHF commission of the changing rules. Yes.
And Juan de Dios here make a very good approach to this flow or this speed of the game. This make the better game from the referee side.
El balonmano, las reglas y la interpretación de cada aspecto de las reglas de juego se basan en la continuidad de acción y en la continuidad de interpretación. El concepto saque rápido, que está dando un éxito maravilloso desde el punto de vista de la realidad de la velocidad y del balonmano espectáculo. Arbitrar es conducir el juego, conducir el partido. Arbitrar no es solo aplicar el reglamento. Arbitrar es sobre todo facilitar el juego, facilitar la filosofía del juego. Y en este momento eso supone facilitar el espectáculo, no frenarlo. Cómo los árbitros deben de ayudar al desarrollo espectacular de nuestro deporte. La mejor condición física, la mejoría en la coordinación de los dos árbitros y el hecho concreto de que con este juego rápido no se puede descansar. Es decir, como principio básico, la concentración debe ser absoluta. El balonmano, las reglas.
Is a lesson of a teacher, and we have to follow for sure. No, this continuation of actions and interpretations. There are our big target. You know, the interpretation of the rules to make it continuity to apply this advantage rule that is the most important in our game. This linked situation they are talking about. He talked about the linked situations. This goal, fast throw off, free throw, and come on. This speed of the game, this rhythm. Okay, of course, we need a better physical performance, a full concentration because we have less time to make it possible. You know.
Yeah, but here is quite important, the linked situations for the referee point of view. If we don't whistle, because normally we only take in consideration when we whistle, when we take decisions, but hey, linked situations mean after goal or after a save by the goalkeeper, the next situation could be a counterattack, a fast throw off. Hey, as a referee point of view, you cannot cut these two situations in a separate situation. Hey, make that big picture and think as a referee, we take the decision to whistle or we take the decision not to whistle because it was a small free throw, a small fault.
Risk-taking, you know.
This is the risk-taking that we were speaking at the beginning, no? These 3 points. And hey, just to analyze, just if you want to take this free throw and what this decision gives to the game. Make the game better? Does it make the game not better? Okay, we must think as a referee these linked situations.
And take care because if we are don't separate two situations, like he says, continuity, goal, and fast throw off. Okay, but I can't go to one player and follow one player and say, hey, take care with that situation, take care with this action. It's very dangerous. It's blah blah blah. I don't know, but how to communicate? It's very important in less time, okay? In this short time.
This is body language. Yeah. This is body language also. Yeah. How to communicate, how to go close to the players. This is also.
We have here. No. What is this? Okay. Two, for us, excellent examples of what our sport is needing. This is an example everybody wants, okay? Spectators, players, coaches, also referees. Run, and make breaks, and change the speed, and search better solutions, fighting against active defense because of the tactical preparation and the quality of the players and coaches of one team, for example. they want to run, and we know that they are running because, I don't know, this player now have time to go to the defense, but to the bench to make the substitution, but not in the past, not in the other situation. Then we have to be awake always to all that things that in the game are appearing.
But here the important thing also is, okay, there is running handball, maybe because it's Korea against Norway, and they have in the DNA the speed. But hey, change the team, play another kind of handball, but recover again and get the words of David Davis about intention, continuity, about all this. Change the speed. Not so many running handball for another kind of handball, no more static, but with intention. And this is the handball that we like. No, this, okay, there are some small push, there are some small action. It's not enough for a free throw. It's not enough for punishment. There are good saves by the goalkeepers and good application by the referees also of the advantage. And
this is. Just to finish with that excellent clip, this is the tone of the game. The tone of the game is decided jointly from the teams and from the referees. And this is what this is an amazing game. This is just the starting of the game, the beginning of the game, and they are showing us that this show is that we want. Okay? We have another example, just in the opposite time. Is just at the end of the game, of the 60 minutes, with these linked situations like Juan de Dios Roman explain us. Yes, this is Pastrovov, this goal. Now they want to make the last attack just to waste a little bit time. I don't know if it's the good moment to show the forward signal. I don't know if Dietrich is agree or not with us, but okay, this is more or less the way. They have to know that they need to attack and give to both teams the same possibilities, you know. And this is the end of the 60 minutes.
Score and draw the game.
And then
extra time.
At the end of the extra time, with the forwarding signal of the referees, let the play on. The game is just by one goal. Attacking team is trying to tie the game. They scored, and now this is one thing that our sport has and the other ones not, no? This non-stop situations, you know, in 30, different speed. Okay,
in 30 seconds. In 30 seconds, we had 3 goals. We had, as a referee point of view, we had the possibilities to get free throws. We have the possibilities to aware to some defender that try to provoke a offensive foul. But hey, the tone of the game was not that. Was this? That's to be more fluent. The players, they knew what to do
from the beginning. Just in the example with the Julia and Charlotte game.
And in 30 seconds, 3 goals at the end of the extra time, and in 30 seconds at the end of the game, 3 goals to decide a semi-final. This is the show that we like as a referees.
Yeah.
And then now we have all these concepts that we have been speaking about. All this related with the rule 8, with the advantage, with the passive, with the faster work, with the injured, but also with the leadership, with the feeling the game, with the protection, with the health of the players, with the intentions that Davis mentioned before, about the rhythm, about the personality of the referees.
What can we do? What can we do to make it better, to help?
The physical condition that Danny and Sergi was speaking yesterday, know how to improve our physical, because now the games are 60 minutes and we must be full concentrated. How to do as a referee point of view. there is not a magical mixture. There is no magical poison. There is not. Try to. Our advice here is just to mix all this, just to put as a young referees in the schools, in the countries, in the national, in every school of referees. Try to put these new concepts, this new flow in the game, this new linked situations.
Help the young referees to thinking about, okay, not only the knowledge of the rules, okay, this of course, this is a must of everyone.
We need that our educators, our teachers, as a referees, promotes the leadership. How to do it? Because leadership you have or you don't have when you are starting your career as a referee. But hey, this is a topic that you must.
But we can train, like the players. We can train it.
Yeah. Just to. Okay, knowledge the rules is important. Knowledge everything is important about the rule book. But hey, I think that we must start thinking out of the rule, of the whole of this rule, and then start developing this in the young referees, because when the young referees become a senior referees, they will have this info inside of the body, like of the mind.
Yes, and as a conclusion, we have a video of Tono, one of our best teachers. And
thanks Tono, because now in a clip of 2 minutes, only 2 minutes,
yeah,
he will resume all the presentation.
Yes.
And for us, it's a pleasure to have Tono here also collaborating. But thanks Tono, because he put all the points about the flow and about the
it's enough.
Speed game, faster game.
Handball is a spectacular sport due to the speed of the game. Spectators like to see goals, penetrations, saves by goalkeepers. They don't like slow transitions, wasted time preparing too long attacks, waited times for player substitutions or interruptions to clean the floor to attend players lying on the floor. On TV, it's also critical to minimize the dead times. There are two basic pillars to improve the spectacularity of the game and make it more attractive. One is promote speed, and second is avoid interruptions. The main changes in the last years in the rules of the game were pursuing some basic principles, which are make handball more attractive, make rules easier to understand by everyone, protect the health of the players, promote a faster game, and avoid interruptions. Some examples of those changes: execution of almost all the throws without the whistle signal from the referees, player substitutions at any time during the playing time, executions of invasions of goal area from inside the goal area, promoting fast throw-off executions, injured player rule, avoid interruptions, promote a quicker start by forcing the player to stay 3 attacks out if they need to be attended. Passive play was modified several times in the last year. Future rule changes, more improvements in passive play. Now there is a proposal to reduce from 6 to maximum 4 passes, a quicker throw-off, to the setup of a throw-off area, to also to promote faster throw-offs, reduce and even disallow the yellow cards after goals. There are other possible options that are not yet under discussion. That could be, for example, smaller balls that will represent more goals, so more attractive sport. Execution of the throws from the spot where the ball has been left. Regarding referees, they have also a very important responsibility, a huge responsibility keeping the spectacularity of our sport. They need to apply the advantage rule up to the maximum. They need to avoid not necessary interruptions, and they need to allow and promote speedy game. Basically, promote a good flow of the game.
Thanks, Tono. We forgot about the yellow cards. We don't mention anything, but Ramon explained 2 weeks ago about avoiding the yellow cards after goals, after all this, because they destroy the reading of the game. Thanks, Tono, for this resume. And then let's go for this. We are just on the end of the presentation.
Yes, Julie, Charlotte, if you want to
add something.
To add something, for sure, it's a moment.
Feel free.
You were perfect.
Okay, for our some of our advices that we prepare with Julie Charlotte also. From referee the game to referee the game, just to leadership the game. This is important thing we must put on our head. Improve our rule interpretations. It's important just to get close to the person that they are leading the rule interpretations. Improve our understanding handball. Maybe start thinking about how the coach thinking about the game. Improve your body language, courage, and personality. This is also very important for everybody on the referee side. There are some difference between the people from the Nordic countries, from the South, from the Asia, you can use your own body language, but use in a useful way. This is very important. Improve your mind and approach before the game. Yesterday, Sergi was explaining something about this. No, this is very important, the mental preparation, and now it's more and more important with 60 minutes of
high-speed games.
And our last slide is be always passionate. Hey, we are we are doing that we like to do, to be referee. Just enjoy and be always passionate. And when you lost part of this passion, hey, maybe it's time to stop your career, but be always passionate.
If we can help in something like the young referees or something like that, we will be happy for sure.
And then here it's then Courtney.
Thank you, everyone. We have a couple of questions. So people have asked if you give the advantage and then play continues, do you ever come back to give punishment?
Julie Charlotte?
As we said, it depends on the foul. We saw some examples where you cannot give advantage when the situation needs 2 minutes. You have to go back to the situation and punish the player. If it's a small potato, like Bjarne would say, just let it go and give maybe some verbal caution to the player. But when it goes to 2 minutes or a red card, advantage is not enough.
So would you say that the line is basically, if it is worthy of 2 minutes, then you would never let there be advantage, and in other cases you would? No.
When there is a case for 2 minutes, advantage should only be possible if there is a clear scoring chance. Like there is, for instance, a foul on a back player that deserves 2 minutes, but is giving the ball to the pivot, which is free facing the goalkeeper. Then you use this advantage possibility and give the 2 minutes. But if this back player is giving the ball to the other one, to the other back player, and there is no option for a shot, a clear scoring chance, then stop immediately and give the 2 minutes. Because there is no positive things in giving this kind of advantage and forgetting these 2 minutes. Main point is to protect the players, as Nacho and Andreu outlined.
Someone just asked if do you give any indication when you are allowing an advantage? Or do you just talk sometimes? I know sometimes you have to approach the coach after a situation. Is this sometimes those situations?
But Tono mentioned advantage is the key of our sport.
We have to apply up to the maximum.
But don't forget what happened before of this advantage. This is the key. And when you become from the young categories to the senior categories, it's easier because the players are a little bit more capable, or they have more.
The abilities are better.
Not just to make the advantage, the play on. But hey, first concept is advantage. Up to this concept, there is the rule 8, protection of the health of the players.
Yeah.
Don't forget one punishment, because one action of the defender. But hey, most important thing is that the team get a goal. Then you have time to stop the game.
Yeah.
Then give this advantage, and after that, go back for the 2 minutes. If it is 2 minutes or red or blue,
yeah,
whatever. Okay, but
not yellow.
Try to forget yellow.
Okay. To answer your question, there is not like clear official communication when we give advantage. But if you are lucky and you can hear what the referees say, I think play on is the word we say mostly during the game. You know, when there is small foul, we say play on to the players, so they know, they hear us, and okay, you can show with your arm if you want, like okay, maybe this is for free throw, but I give advantage and so on. But there is no official sign to say play on. It's a feeling, and the way you are closer to the game, closer to the players, it helps a lot to communicate and tell them, hey, play on, I will not whistle for small potatoes, so please, the ball is alive and keep it alive.
Understand the game, feel the game. No, this is the key.
And that kind of relates to the last question, is about understanding. There's been some discussion about the referees needing to understand the intention of the teams. And someone especially asked about, like, in specific situations, like if there's defense in inferiority and they seem to be trying to create a passive play situation. How can the referees understand the intentions of the teams?
For you or for us? For France or for Spain?
Let's go France.
Oh, thank you, Courtney.
Thanks,
We
Courtney.
have been discussing a lot, I think, about passive play, and referees need to be conscious that passive play can occur right when the team get the ball. I mean, if you start with taking 2 or 3 changes of the players in a slow motion, and you have the ball for, let's say, 5 seconds, but you show no intention to play for the goal. Okay, you just got the ball back, but maybe it's time already for passive play. So it's always linked with the rhythm and with the intention of the players. And when you have clear signals, then okay, don't wait too much for the passive play signal, and players will understand right from the start that this is not allowed and that this is not what we want for today, for this game, and they will adapt.
But this is quite easy, Courtney, also, because this about the intentions when one team is attacking with 1 player less. This is the criteria that are written in the rule book.
Yeah, like coaches say, like this pattern to waste time.
If a slow attack, beginning of the attack, if some changes, if some, like David say, switches here, but it's writing on the rule book. And for the referee side, it's quite easy just to follow the rule book and, hey, the criteria are writing here. This is the pattern. Okay, passive. This is not the pattern. Maybe it's not passive, but okay. We received 2 presentations from passive last week. They work super.
Oh, sorry, I just have a lot of other questions coming in now, so I'm just trying to read quickly. Well, this is a bit interesting. How do you handle a situation where you give the advantage and it's clear one of the teams is very disappointed or something? Can you talk a bit about this? Sometimes you must have complaints when you give an advantage.
Yeah, but the most important here is not the situation. That if we only focus on the situation, on this, maybe we are wrong. We make an advantage when it was a wrong decision. But I like to start from the beginning, just to create confidence between the players, the coaches, and the referees. If the players feels that they are protected by the referee's decision, if the coaches feels that the referees are making their best performance, balanced performance, to give more quality to the game, on that case, for sure you will be avoiding this protest after a decision, and even after good decision, even for a bad decision,
they accept more the mistakes,
because you are the leaders of the game. You are now in that moment, you are giving good message to everybody on the field, and then it is easier. Hey, if you miss all these things that we spoke, then okay, if you are analyzing one situation during the game,
we made a lot of mistakes for sure.
Yeah, but this is leadership, no? Just to make confidence on the players and on the coach.
The overall
yeah.
product would be good.
Yeah. And if a protest comes later, feel or use your body, use your
skills,
tools, your skills, or maybe just to punish the protesting player. I don't know, but use your
tools,
your tools that we have as a referee.
Okay, we'll have to wrap up there because we do have another lecture coming up at 3 o'clock, everybody. I hope everyone will be able to join us then. At 3 o'clock, we're returning to the topic of restarting again after this COVID-19 lockdown period. And that talk is from the men's physical preparation coach at Paris Saint-Germain, Arthur Yapo. So that will be at 3 o'clock Central European time, so in 30 minutes. And I hope we'll see you all then. Thank you very much to our referees. I think this was very informative. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.